All right, there we go. There we go. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Fly Trap. He is the Fly One, and I'm the Trap. Yes, it's the last Tuesday of the month of June. Holiday weekend coming up. We just left a holiday weekend. Now we're going into another holiday weekend. And man, what say you, Fly Trap? What's popping? Ike, what's the word, man?
What's going on, Raphael? Man, there's two good looking guys behind me.
Man, listen, we're gonna have to let me see. As you can see, I go by a new name now. My stage name is Raphael Rouet. Rouet. And there's Isaac the Fly One, Raphael Rouet. That's the way I'll be known. On I got some stalkers, man. So I'm gonna make it so they can't look up my name readily on social media. Nah, just playing. I don't have no stalkers. I just have some admirers. Man, but what's going on? Welcome back, man. Welcome back to another episode of the Fly Trap. Man, we have a great topic for this week. And if I am wearing the hat above, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, you wearing the hat, I'm wearing the hat.
All right, let me make a few adjustments there. All right, how about that? There we go.
Yeah, we're coming on in there. We're coming in the stratosphere.
All right, there we go. I don't want to get it to where I'm clipping. So,
gotcha.
How about that? All right, family, throw a thumbs up if I'm a little bit low. I will make sure that I get that squared away. Like, share, get involved as you are standing there, as you are watching this program, as you are watching Ike and I. Get your fingers ready. Get your fingers ready as you're listening to my voice. Get your fingers ready. Throw your comments in the comment section. Get involved with this conversation. Do you have preferences? Do your preferences really matter? If you are in your 20s and you have preferences, we want to know. If you're in your 30s and you have preferences, we want to know. If you are in your 40s and you have preferences, we want to know. Are they deal breakers? Are they screeners? What say you? As my colleague Isaac would say, what say you? What do you have? Let me adjust that.
Yes, sir.
What do you have as far as preferences that is stopping you from getting in a committed relationship and getting to the point where you jump over that broom?
Oh man,
what is stopping you? I learned something new today, Isaac.
What did you learn?
As long as I have been talking to the Fly One, I learned something new today.
What's that?
I learned the difference between dating and courting.
Yes.
I thought they were the same thing, but obviously it's not. So I don't know if I was sleeping on the episode or not, but there's a difference between dating and courting.
Well, my friend, what brought you to that revelation?
I was just sitting in my car, when your radio is not working, and you'll talk to yourself while you get in your car. While you driving, you'll talk to yourself. But no, the radio. I had the radio turned off, and now I was just thinking. I was like, man, there's the difference between dating and courting. Courting is when you get to that point. Listen, it's serious. I'm about to jump the broom. We got the commitment on you. Got the commitment on her. The families, the families are involved. That you got your finances squared away. You're getting ready to, combine finance. All those things taking place, and you're serious about it. But when it comes to dating, we just have to take that belief that she's not yours, he's not yours. Just believe that she's not yours. It's just your turn.
Your turn.
Your turn.
Okay. Yeah.
And so it's like, man, you can end up being a serial dater thinking you're in a committed relationship and that's courting, but that's nowhere near courting.
No, courting
Nowhere
is
near courting. So
intentional. It's
you're just going
intentional.
through it. You're just going through a routine. How many of us out there? For those of you who are watching, how many of us out there are going through a routine?
Ooh, stuck in the
As you're
cycle.
watching this, as you're watching this, and you're listening to listen to the show right now, just think about it. Are you going through a routine? Are you just going through the motions? Or do you have routines like, hey, you just ended the cycle and you're in between dating or what have you, and then you get ready to go to the next person? Are you you know just dating to be dating
For the experience.
for the experience? You're racking up another body, and you know, then I come to another conclusion, man, or
Oh,
I
what's that?
I won't say a conclusion, but an epiphany.
An epiphany. That's
Yeah, I had an
serious,
epiphany,
bro.
man.
What was that?
Let's say I had 600 bodies.
Ooh, wow, that's a lot
You
of
know,
bodies.
well, I'm nothing compared to Wilt and Ric
Yeah, that's
Flair,
I was gonna say.
and Future and all of them, but let's say I had 600.
Right.
Let's say I had 800. Like I'm
Okay.
I'm I'm in my 40s, and I'm one of the frat boys. I went off to school and everything. Um,
Uh-huh.
let's say I got 600,
Right. So you got
and the
600
lady I
bodies.
meet, she only has 4 or 5.
Woo. That's a big discrepancy.
And we two get together because I got game, she's lonely, whatever the case. We end up getting together, and because I have this large number, and I come into her life with that large number, with the number of bodies, does
Woo.
that make a difference as far as energy level? Uh, I'm not. Does it make a difference? Like, I came with a lot of bodies. I came with all this baggage or what have you.
Right.
And would it be the same as my 600 would knock her up to 604, 605 because I had that many bodies?
Ooh, that's one way to look at it, Ralph. That's a lot of bodies. It's a
Yeah,
lot of
that's what I'm bringing
experience.
into the relationship.
That's what you're bringing into. That's the experience she gonna get. She gonna
That's
get.
the experience
She.
you're gonna get. Like, listen, I'm coming with 600 bodies, and I'm gonna bring this into our relationship. Is that fair?
Man, I don't know if that's
Well,
fair.
that's what happens when you're a serial dater. You keep yourself out on the market or what have you. You have these preferences, and say, okay, I have these preferences. I'm gonna date this next guy or date this next girl, and boom, bam, bada zing. Before you know it, y'all doing the horizontal poker. 7 months later, a year later, year and a half, two later, whatever amount of time, y'all break up, y'all part ways, and now you're in limbo, waiting for the next guy and wait for the next girl, and you rack up another body.
Right. Yeah, it's not fair because quite naturally we're gonna compare. Whew, boy, that's a lot of
Then I'm
comparison.
like that. What if I have 5 bodies and she has 600?
Whew.
But you don't know. But you accidentally, go to a function, and you find out that she has 600 bodies.
That's a lot of bodies.
You find out that she's superhead.
Wouldn't want to be with Superhead.
I'm like, boy, like, so what do you do? What do you do when you find out that? Do you break it up? It's like, listen, you just have too many, skeletons in the closet. I'm gonna have to part ways with you.
Right. Yeah, is
But
that
anyway,
acceptable now, Ralph? I mean, used to be body count was not a big deal, but now, or it used to be body count was a big deal. Has that changed? Has there
man,
been a transition in
I
the
can, I
culture?
can, I'm channeling my grandmother, and she said that girl was fast.
She was fast. She was fast.
She was fast. That's what the elders would say. She was
She
fast.
was fast. That's what they would
Stop,
say.
come on in the house. Stop being fast.
Stop being sad. Don't mess with them fast girls.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But
exactly
like I
what
said,
she
ladies and
did.
gentlemen, today we are talking about. I don't know how long I can be able to keep my top hat on, but ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about preferences. Do they really matter? At the end of the day, do they matter? That's going to
Oh
be our
man.
topic today. So throw your comments in the comment section. Like if you have preferences, let us hear some of your preferences. Like, don't be shy. I'll be the first one to tell you that I even told Isaac that I have around about 52 to 55 different, things on my list. You got to check them off.
Yeah, he's got some
There's something,
preferences,
there's
y'all.
some things you get an automatic, buy, you can bypass a whole bunch of them. Like let's say, for instance, if she's a Dallas Cowboy.
Oh, that gets points or
Yeah,
something?
she gets automatic. She gets points. She's already a dime if she's a Dallas Cowgirl.
Whoa.
I'm just saying, if she can cook gravy without lumps, oh, that's another one.
That's worth the point.
Oh yeah, man. You
I,
know what I'm saying? And like if you cook gravy without the lumps, man, I was like, okay, then I can give you a pass because you probably know how to cook fried chicken. You know how to cook some of the other things. And like, man, okay, I know that she would probably be able to work wonders or whatever. But there you go.
Ralph, do
But
you
I,
think if she
go
was a
ahead.
Dallas Cowboy fan, would she be stable?
Yeah, she stay because Cowboys fan, we don't go nowhere. We stick to you thick and we stick with you thick and thin, man. Win,
Thick and
lose, or
thin.
draw.
Okay. Yeah.
Man. I know we're in the off season right now, but I'm heavily staying on the ship.
Right.
But Isaac, I see you have a hat on and you have a picture in the
Oh
background, so
man.
that means we have something popping in the culture. What's popping in the culture for the end of June? Black Music Month, Fathers Matters Month.
Yeah, it's near
You
the end. We had to share this month. God, Ralph, how do I say this? There's so much going on because
Juneteenth,
Juneteenth, my birthday.
your birthday, yeah. A lot of things
It's
going on in this month.
oh man, and my goddaughter, little Kari, she's in betwixt and between. That's she's in between some things. She's experiencing some renewal of success, but also she's having some failure. And it's interesting. She had a lot to say. I noticed in the interview, she said, I wish the media would be more nice, realize we human beings, the spiel, Ralph. But this is the problem with that, just briefly. If you do well, you can talk all the trash you want.
Oh yeah, you got to
Because I'm
back it
for
up.
that, Ralph. I mean, because you backed it up. I mean, to the victor goes the spoils, right? And one
Oh
of the
yeah.
spoils of victory is that you get to talk trash. I mean, now some people are not of that opinion, Ralph. I don't know how it was for you growing up. I talk trash from the minute I stepped on the court till the minute I left the court. I was like Gary Payton, a constant talker. I mean, talking to my teammates, it's like a Draymond Green, except for I was more of a two guard. But I talked a lot of trash. And then when we lost, I give a nod of the hat, and whatever trash came my way, I accepted it. But man, don't let me mess around and win one.
Oh yeah,
And
I'm gonna let
so
the world's gonna know. The world's gonna know when I win.
when I win, I'm talking big trash. And
But I'm saying
so,
that's what we did. It was kind of discouraged because you had,
nope,
by the time you got to high school, there, it's like it's part of bullying and everything. But that's what
nope,
made
nope, nope,
you, better. You like somebody talking trash, like, well, you know what, you may
nope,
have
nope,
you may
nope.
have got me this time around, but next time you're gonna have your hands full, and
Exactly.
that was part of the culture. And now you can't talk trash. Like, man, listen, like people got feelings, man. It's like if you get dunked on, like I'm gonna let you know you got dunked on.
Right.
Strengthen your game, better your game or whatever.
Right.
That's what I grew up on. I'm just like you, man. I grew up on, trash talking.
And then you just take your medicine when you lose, and it causes you. I mean, I hated losing whenever I did lose, but it made me want to, I just enjoyed. That was part of enjoying the game was, the camaraderie, the competition, the trash talking. But it seems like this generation or the generations after us, they want to talk trash, but they don't want to take the heat when they lose. That's
Mm.
that's and you can't have one without the other. It's like kind of like when I win, I want to be able to say what I want to say, but when I lose, I don't want anybody to say anything negative. And that's just that's kind of counter intuitive to sport. Sport is, it's just you got to take the criticism.
Oh yeah, you got to take the yeah.
And that's what we found with Sha'Carri. She, I had a talk with her. I tried to have a talk with her before a race. It's the World Championships that's coming up. And so they were qualifying for it. And she seems to be doing a little better. She still is struggling with this media thing. Ralph, she's not like you and I. You and I have had a world-class education, just naturally the gift of gab. You got to work the media. You got to be able to turn the media. You got to be able to get the media on your side. And so it doesn't seem, as I'm tutoring her as her godfather, is that she's not able to grasp that you got to work the media. And so, she made some comments. She made some analogies, saying, hey, the media's been, but you're going to have the media. The media is going to be there at the World Championships. The media is going to continue to be there because people want to see, they want to know, they want to, as they say, inquiring minds want to know. And so, she's on her way back, I think, but she lost her 200 race, and she didn't like the criticism.
I'm having, I apologize, Flytrap family. I'm having difficulties with seeing the comments, and I'm not sure which page is coming from.
Okay.
But I'm not seeing the comments. I see a few, but I just went on my page, and I was like, oh, we got a slew.
We got a slew of comments. Good. Oh, we got a slew of comments. Let's see what's popping. Let's see what's hidden.
Can you see them on your side? Can you post them?
Yeah. Let's see if I see them, I'll put them up there. What are the comments? What are the comments in the comment section? Okay, so we got Anna. She said, she said, hey, I'm single, just working on myself. She said she not trying to get on any carousel or anything. And Angelia Ladd says some preferences may be negotiable and others may not. I think each individual needs to determine what is the most important to them. And if there is a huge disconnect, with the most important preferences, then it might not be a good fit. It depends on what is most important. We also need to keep in mind that nothing is going to be perfect in the process. Now, those are good points. And, Ralph, you and I talked about this. I think you had a list of 52 about it. We had a show, had conversation. You said you was going to pare that list down. I can't remember what you're paring it down to, but you don't have so many things on your list because 52 things, boy, that's a whole lot to keep up with. So yeah, what'd you end up paring that list down to?
I got it down to 51. I got it down to 51. And 51. So 51. I can live without, you going swimming with me, but I can live without that one. So I took that one off.
51. Yeah. Ralph, we got to do a little more pairing. What if you had to name 2 or 3 things that are most important on your list? I think that's what Angelia is saying. What's the most important things on your list? If you say, hey, there's 3 or 4 things that are most important.
Oh, like I said, 3 or 4 things that's most. I got to trust you.
Okay, trust. That's a
without trust, there's nothing because I ain't no sensitive simp or anything like that. But if I don't trust you, I ain't gonna have no peace of mind. I always wondering what where you at, and so you have to have some type of morals about you, so where you're in an environment by yourself that you can be trusted or whatever. So trust, goes a long way.
Right.
I have one young child, or what have you, a young man. Okay. He's not a baby or anything, but you got to be some, you got to have some motherly qualities or what have you, and you got to be able to deal with children or whatever. So, or a child, although they're self-sufficient, you got to have something about you where you can show that you're not adverse. To children or anything like that. Conversation.
Conversation. You got to be a conversationalist. I mean, they
No,
got to be
no,
able to.
no, 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 no.
No.
On your end, you got to be a conversation. On my end, you have to be a conversation where you can be good with being quiet.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha. So you got to be a good listener. That's
Yeah.
what is that?
No,
what
no,
you're trying
no,
to say?
no. I don't want to talk. I don't want to listen. You know, like sometimes you need that hour or two after you get off work, and it's like, listen. You know, I enjoy your company. Just zip it or whatever. Like
Right.
You know, that's what.
Yeah, that's no. I'm with you, Ralph. You know, that's very important. I think those are great. Three great ones. Let's add one more to it. If you had to add one more,
I had to learn one more. You have to have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although I may have this persona on social media as being straight up and down, I like to believe that I'm a cool person, and you got to be able to take my wit, because
Right.
if you do something funny, I'm gonna call you out, and it's funny, and I'm gonna stay on it for a while. I'm gonna stay on it to a while until you learn how to fight, fight and fend for yourself with cracking a joke back. It's like, oh, that was a good joke right there. What? Because like I said, one of my favorite jokes is these nuts, and
that's timeless.
It's timeless. So if I catch you with a good one and you don't laugh and you think it's gross or anything, I'm like, I don't know if I can, take what, because it's there. Like sometimes you do stuff that sets you up and it's like, boom.
Yeah, you know what, Ralph? That's at first when you said that, I take for granted sometimes, being married and what goes within your relationship. But I will say this: if I can get comfortable enough, which I am with Jackie, to just you can take me anyway, because there's stuff that I say to her I wouldn't dare say in public. I wouldn't dare say in front of certain people, but she knows because there's a level of being comfortable with one another. And I think that's what you're alluding to. You don't want somebody that's stuffy where if you say something, they're analyzing everything you say. You need to be able to let your guard down where you can share and talk. Yeah. And get your humor. No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
I'm like, if she's a stiff, it's like, man, like, darn, I can't be myself. I'm holding back. Like throw this fish back in the lake. Like I said, I have several. I'm not gonna go over. All of them.
That's a good list.
But like I said, you have to be able to cook. There are times like we'll go out to eat, have a great time, go bowling, whatever the event is, we'll go out and have a good time. But sometimes like I want to be able to, see if she can turn water into wine or something. It's like,
there you go.
Can you cook?
Right.
Can you cook? It's like,
well, Ralph, I want to jump in here right quick. Thank you for everybody that's following us. They saw Ralph the post. One of the people who responded and said, I was looking forward to this. She's a longtime follower. She's probably been here since the beginning. Miss Layla Wilson out of Jacksonville, out of the Ville. She said, we gonna chop it up. We're gonna discuss it. So
the Ville.
What's going on, Layla? How's it going? Hello to Charlotte.
Now, Layla, I will add that Layla, you are a dime. You are a 10. I'm going to give you that right off the bat because you are a star. A Dallas Cowboy star, Isaac, has 10 sides.
Yeah.
So that makes you a dime right off the top. So Layla, I know that she's an avid Dallas Cowgirl. So boom, bam, bada zing. What's up to you? Like I said, I'm unable to see what's going on the other pages. I know that some of you all are making comments, so I'm gonna see what's going on with that. So maybe go back, and follow follow our page, follow the page on follow the Flytrap page, actual page, and maybe we can go from there or go to my page and watch it. Whichever one you're not doing and your comments are not showing up. Do the opposite. But
that's right.
I'm not sure why is that, man. I'm not sure.
I don't know what's going on, Ralph. But
in a relationship, you should be comfortable and free to say anything and have fun as long as there is mutual respect. No, to an extent, but there are sometimes, there are sometimes when, man, those jokes come and you just have to say what needs to be said.
Right.
Never ask, certain people, do I look XYZ in this outfit?
You wait a minute, Ralph. Wait a minute. Back up. What if they can't ask you, who are they gonna ask?
I'm just saying, you're like, if you want the truth, see, I got my
Yeah, no, that's what it's for. The funny thing is, Jack and I went shopping this weekend. We were in Indy, having a blast, hanging out. Shout out to Savora Van Horn. We were at the Business Underground, and so we decided to have a little fun. We went around downtown and ended up at the mall. And so Jackie was changing clothes, and all that was a setup. All that was a nice little setup. But and so she was like, "Hey," putting on stuff and saying, "Hey, what do you think? How does it look?" And so, I was giving her honest dialogue. At the end of the day, we have to be comfortable enough where we can take that feedback and not take it personal, because it's not to tear down. It's to, hey, hopefully your man wants you to look good. Hopefully your lady wants you to look good. And so if something's a little bit off or not right, then we should have the freedom to be able to express that. What you think, Ralph?
If I tell you what I like and you go the opposite of that, it's like, it's like,
yeah.
Everybody that's watching know that I like sundresses. A nice sundress, is good. Some nice yoga pants is good. Let me see. Oh, if you have white denim pants, man, it's something about a woman in nice, white denim pants or white pants. Nice fitted white pants and a nice little shirt and everything. Like, man, it's something for me that does it too, man. It's like Daisy Dukes. Is that out of style now?
I think it came back. I think Daisy Dukes have made a comeback. Just young people are starting to catch on. I think it's back.
All I can see when I see someone, if I see a woman wearing some Daisy Dukes, the thing that pops up in my head, it's one question. Excuse me, Sonny, do you know where I can find some whoop? You remember that song from the 90s, man? Whoop, there it is.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. Charlotte says with cowboy boots. Man, listen. Back in the early 80s and late 70s, the Dallas Cowgirls, the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, Dallas Cowboy, man, they would come out there with those uniforms on. They have them white boots. Oh man, look here. All of them were like fine as I don't know what. Fine as I don't know what.
The propaganda is so real.
I'm just saying. Well, Charlotte, Charlotte just brought it up with cowboy. It's was she saying cowboy boots or Dallas? Dallas.
Charlotte, are you a cowboy? Are you a Cowboy fan, Charlotte? Are you? It will skew my perception.
Every woman in America wanted to be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader with those white boots, pom poms, Daisy Duke shorts. I'm gonna have to kick Charlotte off this conversation.
Oh, good, Charlotte. Good deal, Charlotte. I was.
She's probably a New York Jets fan or something. Yeah.
Hey, that would make her all right with me. As long as she's not a Cowboy fan.
As long as she's not a Cowboy fan, but
she just loves cowboy boots.
But I'm saying, that's some of my preference. Like, you got to look good in the clothes you wear. Can't be all, all sloppy and everything. Natural is good. Natural is good. That's one of them. That's right. Can't wake up the next morning and you don't have no eyebrows and wake up and your nose is a different way and your hair is sitting,
Miss Layla said she wouldn't be a DC cheerleader either, and I
no. She said I did want to be a.
Oh, you
Dallas
did?
Yeah, I did. I give credit with credit, man. Every woman wanted to be a Dallas Cowgirl because I'm like, every one of them look good. Now, who is this? Who is this? Chantel Footman. I'm gonna have to. I don't know now. She might have to kick you off too.
Hey, Miss
Chanel. I'm sorry, Chanel. That's Chanel. My bad about the name. I don't have my glasses.
Hey, Chanel, how are you? Thanks for joining the conversation. Chanel knows Jackie, and so she's running with. She's part of our tribe. She's part of our tribe, and so we're talking about preferences. Obviously, if you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, that's gonna cause some strain.
No, it won't be like we'll both be mad on the same day if Dallas Cowboys lose. It's like, listen, don't talk to me right now. And then she'll completely understand. And I would understand her, like, okay, you're not feeling too good because the Cowboys lost, blah, blah, blah. But we won. Oh man, we're gonna be talking noise. That's another thing. Dallas Cowboy people, we talk noise.
Most
lose, even when we lose, we talk noise, man.
That's right.
So I'm saying that's one of my preferences too. Dallas Cowboy. If I'm dating someone, she gonna convert and be a we're gonna do a seance or something, and from the seance, get her to get that evilness, out of her, and then she becomes a Dallas Cowboy fan. But yeah, shouts out to the Laker girls too. When they switched up, and everyone wanted to be a Laker girl as well. Facts. That's what's up. But listen, we're talking about preferences. If you're watching, while you're watching, go into comment section and type in your preferences. I apologize. I try to put everyone on the screen and involve you in the conversation, but for some reason or another, I'm only seeing it's being streamed through several sites, and depending on which site that you're on, I'm able to see it or not see it. And so it looks like.
And I think, Ralph, I may have most of the comments, but yeah, if they type them in, I'll give them to you. What are your
I'm seeing one stream, but this is like a whole nother conversation going on elsewhere. Oh yeah. But like I said, I do have preferences, and my preferences has gotten me where I am today. And my preferences, oftentimes get me in trouble.
Now, Ralph, I'm gonna dig in right here. So thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, Charlotte, for commenting. Thank you for talking about your preferences. Hers is a man that treats me well and is self-sufficient, loyal, and honest. I get the self-sufficient, loyal, and honest. What is it? What does it mean to treat you well? What do women mean? I hear that a lot. Treat me well. You better.
That sounds like she wants to wrestle. Charlotte, you're married, but for those other women who do say it, you probably say, I want to Russell Wilson, somebody that can afford, to do all this luxury, do all these luxury things, with me. Is that fair? Is that treat you well?
Treat you well. What does it mean? Treat you well.
She said respectful, kind, and compassionate.
All right.
Angelia said, no insecure man. What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean, Angelina?
What does it mean to be insecure in your life? Let's see. We got a comment from Beverly. Spiritually sound, taller than me, full of wisdom. What is taller than you? Give me a number. What is taller? What's taller than you? What's taller than you?
Well, I'm taller than
it looks like this is. I'm going to assume this is Anna. I apologize, Anna. Like I can't see your name on this. If this is you, I want a man with a slow hand. I want a man with a slow hand. I want a woman with an easy touch.
Hey, Ralph, you can't have fast hands. No busy hands.
Hey.
Beverly says she's 5'6". 5'6". So now we're getting down to it. So if he's 5'7", could you date a guy that's 5'7", Miss Beverly?
Then we have a comment from Jackie. I had a preference. I wanted a man taller than me and knows how to carry himself.
Her as well.
Layla says, I want a best friend as a preference. You're gonna get a dog.
Yeah, what does that mean, Layla? Let's chop it up. Best friend.
Yeah, get
What is,
some details. You know,
give some details. We want some details. We
that's general
realize.
best friend. What is a best friend to you? Like y'all going fishing? That's Angelia's like no. Well, like what happened there? No
Yeah,
insecure man knows how to grill / cook me a meal, make me laugh.
make
Are
me
you
laugh.
ticklish?
Smart and intelligent.
All right, we
We
got a
got two
comment from
for the
Jackie.
grill.
No simps. What what is it? What is a simp? Beverly responded, has to be at least 5'6".
5'6". Good deal. Because most usually they get that reversed, don't they, Ralph? They want them 6'5".
Yeah, okay, I give you that. Now, 5'6", that's the average height, for a man is 5'11". You'll find more men in that range than you would 6'5" and so forth.
Yeah, most definitely. Most
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
Let me see. Lover with an easy touch.
Yeah, Ralph, I got a question for the ladies. What if he's 5'6" but he's rich?
Kurt Franklin?
Yeah, what if he's a 5'5", but he's extremely wealthy? Would that make a difference? And I want to say, Ralph, the average height of most men is more like 5'9".
Yeah,
Like that,
yeah.
the average height.
I know.
Like that's,
I knew I was close.
oh yeah. But I do think that a lot of men hitting up in that 5'11". But I think the average used to be more, as we continue to evolve, that height goes up. There's a lot more taller people. But so if you up 5'10", you're in the double digits, you're considered tall. 5'10" is definitely tall. 5'11", definitely 6 feet. Those are considered. Now you're tall,
Now,
dark, and handsome.
according to Anna, he has to manscape. What is manscape?
Yeah, what is
define
manscape?
Angelia says he got to be smart / intelligent. What does that mean? Like handle the books. Chanel, a man that can build, grow, invest, and establish what we need for our next child, next house, next business venture. What is our next?
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Kendra. Kendra's on, my sis. Kendra, we're talking about preferences, not trying to have a big list, but if you had to name 3 or 4 things that you need in a significant other, what are those 3 or 4 things? What's on your list?
Now, Beverly says knows how to handle me and know how to tell me to fix my face. Now, when you say handle me, does it mean like he's going to treat you like a bull and put a ring in your nose and treat you like a wild an untamed beast? Do you have an attitude that repulse people? What's going on? How to handle? Explain to me how to handle me. Are you difficult? Are you a difficult person to get along with? Where he has to handle you, where you are bringing all of this, whatever
sass.
Like,
I call it sass.
Does he really want to put up with that? Can you imagine someone putting up with that?
Ralph, we're an old school crew here. That sounds like a lot of sass.
Yeah,
you got a lot of sass about you.
Like that eye rolling. It's like, listen. You bring a lot of sass in there. You know what? According to the research department, we have a new item we're going to be placing in the overnight bag, the spend a night bag,
the trap bag.
Yeah, the trap bag. We have a new item to place on there. And so because of inflation, we have backed off the prices. We're going to bring the price down. Bring them, we're going to keep it, obtainable. But Uncle Earl has added replicas of the O.J. Simpson gloves for people that are hard to handle and get along with.
Right. Hey, there's a comment I want to zero in on. Yeah, Landon, oh man, I can't even tell
Man,
the story.
I'm still laughing on what you told me, man, from earlier. I'm like,
We train them up
man.
young over here. But Miss Chanel says everything. What do you mean everything? Is that the requirement? He got to be everything. I mean, is that where we are with it? Clarify for us, Chanel. What we're talking about preferences.
All right. If we are best friend, if we are best friends, we tell each other everything. We do things together. Basically, we have each other's back, and he needs to be 5'11", no more than 5'2".
60.
Yeah, I have met Layla, and we don't want Layla's eyes to be like this right here when she's looking up. Can y'all see that? Like your eyes gonna mess around and roll in the back of your head with a tall dude because you can't
get a
look
crook
up
in
to
your
see him.
neck. You gonna get a crook in your neck. It's like hey,
All
she
right,
gonna make a
let me
copyright a
see.
lot of
Charlotte,
money.
wealthy doesn't matter if he's devoid of character. For me, money is great, but not everything.
Well, I'm gonna zero in on something, Ralph. Kendra and a couple others put friendship. Friendship seems like friendships. What kind? I mean, what does that mean? That you want to be friends? What is that? Does he have to be somebody you can talk to? What does it mean, friendship? Because so let me ask you this. This is I just think about this because guys get friend zoned. I don't know if I ever got friend zoned. And then Jackie came along. I don't think. Nah, she didn't friend zone me.
I know what it is.
So how do you differentiate between being friends and somebody you friend zoning? I just want to know for clarity for myself. What's the difference? I see a few people said that. Kendra, clarify for us. Need to be friends. What does that mean? How do you be friends but not be friend zoned? I mean, is that a good question, Ralph? I mean, I just inquiring minds want to know, particularly men. We want to know how can a guy be your friend but not get in the friend zone?
Oh, I see what happened. Oh, keep going, Isaac. I'm squared. I'm squared up on my end.
Yeah. What does that mean, ladies? I just want to know. I'm zeroing in on this comment being friends because I think that is important. I'm not saying it's not important, but how does a guy that you're dealing with or you're possibly going to be romantic with, how does he be your friend but not get in the friend zone? How do you do that? Knows how I like to be. Okay. We got a saucy comment, but before we get to that saucy comment, so Charlotte makes a comment. Friend zone is when you have decided we are going nowhere. Friends, there's a chance possibly of dating. So what's I get that. So friend zone means, but if a guy is in the friend zone, Ralph, doesn't that mean you like their company? You're not physically attracted to him. You don't want to get physical or get romantic, but you do like hanging out with the guy.
I don't know. You put me in a friend zone. It's like being in
what is
one of
that
them
about?
security vests, one of them mental hospital vests, man. I try to bust out of there. It's like, no, that's not me right there.
And we're just trying to get to the bottom of it. See, if we better educate men through your wisdom, ladies, then we're creating a smarter dating pool. So when men can know what is it, how if men know what to do, it can possibly cut down the courting time. So what is it? You want him to be your friend. What does that mean? What does that mean to be your friend?
According to my research department, who made that comment about being the best friend and talking and so forth?
A couple of the women did.
On average,
get out of it. Hold up,
you're
Ralph.
not gonna find a man that wants to talk. That's something that men just don't do.
Ralph, Kendra Yates, kick her off the thing. She talking about now that's the secret. That's the
I'm at a
secret.
disadvantage. I can't see everything. I'm flying blind over here. I hate that that I'm flying blind and I can't see the comments, what have you. But
Oh
we
my
do
God.
apologize. We get it squared away. We're building it as we fly. But ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about preferences and are those preferences getting in our way? You know what I'm saying? Somebody said we got to see how a person is before having a title.
Yeah, Kendra said that. She said that you gotta. So it's a
Hey, no,
trial.
wait,
period.
wait. Wait a minute, Isaac. I'm not gonna kick Kendra off on there because I agree. I agree with that one right there.
So in the intermediate period, y'all are friends. What does that mean? Help me understand.
No,
Me and
like I
Jackie,
said,
me and
without
Jackie
it,
just got
man,
right
man,
to it.
listen.
We didn't play around with it. She saw this nice cup of caramel. She wanted it. I saw that nice, and we just got right at it. We didn't play around with this friend thing. But so help me understand. I hear you saying it. I hear Kendra saying it. What does it
Wait.
mean?
I'm just like Darius from Love Jones. Like, when they ask you, like, oh man, we just kicking it.
We just kicking it.
We just kicking it. We cool.
What
We
do
cool.
that mean?
Man, it's like you know what? Maybe I need to be back up to 52 because maybe it's like, okay, we can hold out till you get that commitment. It's like, there's no commitment, It's like we cool. And that's a good place to be. We cool. We just kicking it. Yeah, all right. So there's somebody I know on Facebook.
So my question to the ladies, I think this is where we get in trouble. Can you kick it? Just kick it with somebody you're attracted to? Can you just kick it with somebody you're attracted? Just you're attracted to them. There's no doubt about it. It's something that draws you to them. You like their presence. You like their company. You like their energy. You like their aura. All that. Can you just be friends with somebody you're attracted to? And Kendra says yes. Has that ever happened, Kendra? That you was just hung out with somebody you was attracted to and just kept it friends?
Now Charlotte says she can. I'm saying, can you just kick it? Kick it with someone, yeah, and
That
you
you're attracted to.
and that you're attracted to, but the other person is not attracted to you. And what happens, ladies, when a man friend zones you?
Ooh, Ralph, don't do that. Don't do it. Don't
Man,
do it.
I want to know. I want to know what happens. What happens if you're with a man and you're pursuing a man, like you dropped all the clues and everything, like sometimes the clues that women, some of the women seeing, that's like, man, that's like, maybe I'm blind. That's like, I did not know. Well, I like 3 of your posts. But what happens if you are rejected, or ladies, if you are rejected or you're placed in the friend zone and you like this person and
yeah, what if you like that person and they're not attracted to you? They're like, yeah, let's just be friends. Let's just keep it the way it is. Oh, now
I want to know,
the egos come out.
as we talking, as you are listening to Isaac and myself, what happens if a man rejects you? Do you continue to pursue that person and just saying, well, he don't know what he really wants, and you continue on, or is it okay? Can you accept rejection? Can you accept being friend zoned? Can you accept being friends with benefits? We want to know.
Ralph, we're having a real discussion because
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna say the name. Charlotte said a woman knows how to get a man.
Oh, you got to break that down. Break it down so that
break
break it down. Break the sister code. Break the. Well, you know what? Break the sister code and tell us the secret to your sauce. Do you have a secret meal? Do you know how to shimmy? What is it? Do you have a special push-up bra? Do you have what are them things that wrap around their body, or girdle, or whatever, body, Spanx, or whatever. Do you have that? What do you do to say, hey, he can play hard to get all he want to. It's going down. He said all that. Oh man.
Let's see what Charlotte say.
Now after he friends on me, there will be no benefits.
There will be no benefits. So it sounds like women have egos as well, which we know that to be true. But I'm gonna back up on some comments.
I like to believe that I can accept rejection. For me, it started in the 80s. I was in middle school.
Yep.
At our 8th grade dance.
Yes, sir.
Went around. You know, that was when EU had their famous song "Doing the Button," and you know all those songs during that time. Dougie Fresh, all that was popping. You know, during that time right there. Turn to one young lady. Hey, you want to dance? No. Oh, okay. All right. Turn to the next. No. Hey, you want to dance? No. Hey, you want? So I got used to it. It's like got used to it real quick. I was like, well, maybe she got 2 left feet away. It's not me because my breath ain't stink. My brood is going. I got the polo and everything. I got my Bugle Boys. I got my Coca-Cola shirt. I got my Sebagos and everything like that. So I know I'm flying. Then I had a little herringbone necklace. It wasn't a big one. It wasn't a small one though. But then finally you got that one girl said, "Hey, I want to dance." I was like, "Oh, it's on." I was on. So I can take rejection. Ever since that right there, I'm good.
Right. Most men have been rejected. It's just part of. I think it's part of becoming a man, maturing. Men usually face more rejection than women. What do you think, Ralph?
Oh yeah. Like you're probably you know, men are probably experience that more now on dating apps and social media. Because we as men and women, we have access to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And so you throw it out there, you know, shoot your shot. All right, keep it moving. Keep it moving. Mm-hmm. I accept rejection, Layla. I'm just not going to entertain him later. Oh, really?
Beverly also said, hasn't happened, so I don't know, but I could accept it. Boy, I tell you, boy, some confident women out here. These women are confident. The ladies are confident. They are confident. They say, hey, I don't know, rejection? What rejection? Who gets rejected?
All right. If your comment is not being shown up on the screen, go to the Facebook go to the Facebook page or go to the YouTube page and comment from the Fly Traps YouTube page. So make sure you go into that. But like I said, like we're talking about preferences, you know, right now we're in midstream talking about can you accept rejection or being friend? Can a woman face being friend zoned?
I don't know. I think it's I don't know.
You know, my other question, like, can you accept rejection? Can you accept being friend zoned? Can you see yourself chasing a man?
Can you see that?
Can you see yourself chasing a man?
Great question, Ralph. Matter of fact, I'm going to take my hat off on that one. Can you see yourself? That's a good one. That's an excellent question.
Angelia, you said you would never chase a man.
Wow, never.
No, pardon my French. Hell no, it's not a French expression. Oh man.
Nope. We getting a lot of notes, and even an H no. Absolutely.
I'm saying you would never chase a man. So you know, well let me ask you this. Okay, all right. Let's take away rejection. Let's take away the friend zone. Let's take away the chasing. Let's take that off. Let's take that off. What I want to know is for those of you who are watching, what I want to know, for those of you who are watching, what would you do to make a man aware that you're standing over there in the corner, that you're standing over there on the side? You know, how would he know unless he's attracted to you and want to, you know, come and approach you? But if he's not doing that, what would you do to make him, well, say, hey, I want to talk to her. She's throwing the vibes to me or whatever. What would you actually do?
Charlotte said, make him chase you.
I'm reminded. You know what? There's a line, Isaac, from an old movie from the 80s.
Okay.
Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, Wilt Chamberlain, Grace Jones, and James Earl Jones. All of them were in that movie of Conan the Barbarian. And Grace Jones was asked by, I think she was the other young lady was a princess or whatever, or a queen or whatever. And she asked Grace Jones, and Grace Jones was a warrior. And she asked, the lady asked Grace Jones, like, what would you do? How do you get a man in your culture? And she said, I'll go up and grab him, snatch him. That's like, I never forget that line. I was like, I watched it as a young man. I was like, darn, that's what I'm talking about, Grace Jones. But go back and watch that clip.
Yeah. Grace just got right at it. She let him know.
Absolutely nothing if he doesn't notice me.
Nothing.
I'm saying though, if he has preferences and if you do or don't meet those preferences, and you don't know how would he know that you're there? Like if you're in a different setting and you like to travel and he likes to travel, but neither one of you open your mouth, it's like, okay, we could be, compatible traveling buddies, but he doesn't know. He may be focused on his career, focused on, whatever, but he doesn't know you right there. But deep down inside that you like him, you don't want to be alone. You don't want to ride this thing out, by yourself. He's a good guy. But he doesn't know you're there.
Right. Hey, Ralph, real quickly. Hey, y'all, we love you. Our followers, if you like the Fly Trap, if you agree or disagree with us, please like and share. Hit that share button. Hit the hearts, hit the likes. If you disagree, put it in there, but do something to let us know how you feel about us. But we encourage you to do that for us now. If you like, hit the like or share button.
All right. So I didn't chase him, but I did try to accommodate him as far as his preferences without compromising who I was. And I said, me nothing. If he is not interested in what he he saw, then I may not be able to keep him later. I would let him go.
Okay, so she brings up a comment. I was waiting on it. I knew somebody would say it, Ralph, if he wasn't interested in what he saw. So let me put this out here, ladies. Men are very visual, and there is a lot to see, regardless if you're single, if you're married. I mean, it's this age of dating, courting, being in relationships. It's like none other, as Ralph has taught me and explained to me. So there may be a possibility that this guy likes you, but there's so many distractions, he may not see you. I mean, it's a lot to see. I mean, let's just be real. Let's have a real conversation.
Let's be real.
Men are visual. And if there's so much out there for him to see, there is a possibility he could be interested in you and just not see you. So how do y'all handle that?
Isaac, I'm gonna go against the grain.
Oh, you gonna go against the grain?
Yeah, I'm gonna go against the grain.
Right,
it's not what's on the outside, it's what's on the inside. And just because I see you, I can't see what's on the inside. I can't see your personality.
Okay.
Like she may be pretty, and she may be dealing with pretty privilege. Pretty privileges are the worst people to deal with.
Pretty privilege.
Pretty privileges. And they can be the worst people to deal with, and because of that, it's like, man, like, do I want to approach it like, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, can't fool me again.
We had our first honest comment, Ralph.
What's that?
Put up Angelina. Angelina laughed. She said, if we in the same place, I may have to find a way to get close. Glance and smile from across the way. And if he don't recognize the prize, then it's not for him. I believe that's the first honest comment we'd have had.
I wish I had my glasses. My screen just changed.
Angelina said, what's pretty privilege? Oh my goodness. What is pretty?
What if you have pretty? What if you are not in the class of pretty privileged, but you have an ego problem or you're delusional, and just believe that
you just that fine?
Yeah. Pretty privilege in a nutshell. Male or female, you're an attractive person, and people mostly approach you because you are attractive, and that's all they see. And because of that, people will, those individuals who see you will begin simping for you, telling you, inflating your ego and stuff like that. But you only get so far because of your looks. And so that person may skid by not having any other skills other than being pretty or handsome.
Is there a standard?
Because if you know what I'm saying, women, if you are a pretty boys get their hands dirty, change a tire.
Nowadays they do. I mean, if you're over 40, you do. I mean, I've changed the tire too in my day.
I cut grass, Wait a minute, let me see. Just walk by him, and if he doesn't make a move, do nothing. Now, I have heard situations where a guy would make a move, but if he's not attractive, it will be seen as a salty comment or an unfavorable, and he can end up being, it's like, why are you talking to me? And so he may not, that unattractive guy may not get a pass, talking to you.
Right.
Well, when he saw me, when he see me, if he was not interested, I would lose out, period. Y'all saying y'all got to go back and watch Barney, or what's the name, the purple guy Barney and his friends. Y'all got to learn the "Don't Give Up" song. Don't give up. Keep on. Von's like, his eyes not working. I'm saying, Von, what, in that scenario right there, what would you have on? Would you have on, your breast pushed up where they're about to pop out or what have you? What are you doing to where it's like, I'm keeping my eyes inside my skull?
See that.
And these comments coming fast. It's hard to keep up with these things.
Hey, Miss Angelina says, just because somebody thinks they are the prize doesn't mean that they think they are fine. It's about the whole package.
Yeah, about the whole package. Okay, but but seeing the visual, how do you know? So somebody got to bust the move. If nobody ain't busting the move, it's a stalemate. It's like somebody got to bust the move and say, hey, back in elementary, it's like, hey, I like you, you like me, what's up? Yes or no? Somebody got to say, someone has to say something to make a move. And saying, so all these comments right here, is it basically saying that all of you all who are making these comments are scared? You all are scared of making that, being forward, making a move, saying, hey, and engaging in conversation to find out whether or not there's a, something like, so the guy has to make a move. You can't, you're saying you're not even going to engage in conversation. Now, Charlotte, what is a flirty smile? Now you got your tongue out like Michael Jordan, or what's a flirty smile? I'm going to say that all of you all who are commenting, are scared. Scared to engage the guy that you see who is attractive, meet, on the surface may meet your preferences, but you're afraid to have conversation or initiate a conversation with the person. If you're gonna sit back and just, who likes to go up to a stranger and talk? Do you know how to approach someone cold and have a conversation, with that person? So you all at a concert, would you go up to him, grab his hand, and say, "Hey, let's go dance"? Or you just sit back and, with all of your girlfriends, like y'all went to a concert with all your girlfriends, and there's one guy that's available, and you just sit back and hang with your girls rather than go over there and pull his hand, let's go dance. So you'd rather sit in the crowd with 10 girls, 10 women, than go out there and go dance with that guy. I ain't saying throwing yourself at him, but hey, if he's sitting there, drinking his drink, bobbing to the beat at the concert, and you don't say nothing to him, is that a missed shot? You dropped the bag? Is that one of the things where you're gonna live with regret? As Angelina said, I want the old days back. I want to be pursued.
It's gonna be tough with Me Too, with the invention of, not only social media but dating apps. It's just, what say you, Ralph? You kind of schooled me on this. Are we able to get the old days back?
I think the old days are gone. I think chivalry is dead. Whew. And social media and your friends have killed it. Because one, if a man is pursuing a woman, in certain instances, he only has one time to say it. Then after that, it becomes creepy. So if you're playing hard to get and he says something to you and you reject him, or you don't show, the kindness back, then it's done. It's done.
Kendra says, men are still men. That is not true. I don't know. I don't know about that. From what we're seeing, I don't know. I don't know, Kendra. And then
I'm saying, I see a comment like, I'm not gonna throw myself at him, but I would bait the hook. Go ahead and elaborate on that right there. Baiting the hook. That's what I want to know. What you're going to do to bait the hook.
Right.
Because, like I said, in the animal kingdom, if a lion, he's going to have his beard, he's going to have his mane. A peacock is going to have his feathers. What are you doing to show that, hey, I'm available? And then if you're not going to show it, then it's like, yo, I'm comfortable with being alone. I'm going to ride these next few years out. Yeah, I want to know, ladies. I want to know, Flytrap family. What is flirting? Define flirting. Because I put a post, up, Isaac, several a while back. I won't say how long ago, but somebody like your post, you go back and like theirs. They like one of yours. You exchange again, and all of a sudden you end up in the inbox, in the DM.
That's how that works, right?
Yeah. Now, what is flirting? Can you do you all know how to flirt online versus in real life? Is there a difference? Because we've become where we're online a lot more than going out in public, going out in public and meeting people. When was the last time you actually went to an establishment where there were a good number of both men and women, and you all were exercising the exact same thing that you're talking about, in the comment section? Do you know how to interact with men to where you're going to be picked and you're going to leave that establishment, in the parking lot or whatever, and you're going to follow with that person? Do you know how to flirt in real life versus online?
Ralph, it seems to be a consensus developing here. A lot of the ladies are saying you flirt with your eyes. You flirt with your eyes. Smile and flirt with your eyes. It's all in the
I like
eyes.
that. I like that, flirting with your eyes and smiling. I want to talk about smiling. So what happens if I could be wrong, Isaac. I could be wrong, but in real life, I can go to the mall tomorrow. Okay, I can go to the local mall or some other restaurant or some other public place, and if I come across someone, I say, "Oh, it's a nice looking person," but she always got her face balled up like she's in a bad mood or what have you. Is that? It's like she may be a good person, but that smiling is like, man, like ain't nobody around you, and you're just having a ugly, balled up face, like you just sucking a lemon or something. What's up with that? I will agree that those women who are smiling and have a positive, exerting, positive body language, man.
Oh my goodness, I'm laughing. Jackie says something. Say if you get in somebody's, wait a minute, what did she say? If you get in somebody's DMs, so this is per our children, yeah. Sliding in the DMs per my kids is definitely interest. No, liking a post is almost asking for a date. Is that true, Ralph?
Yeah, that's like
That's pretty confusing.
well, I wouldn't say liking a post, hearting a post. Hearting a post. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you do the thumbs up,
That's like you just a regular Joe, It's like you just regular so and so.
You try to be, but if you put a heart on it,
yeah.
Okay.
Then if you want to take it a step further, you do a heart and a comment.
Okay.
And even a step further, do a heart, comment, get a response, and then you respond to that response. And then go to the DM. What's that? Hey, big head.
Hey, big head. Have any of the ladies ever said that to a guy? Hey, big head.
I don't know. Like
Oh
said,
my goodness.
Everybody got them inbox pet names. Y'all experience the inbox pet names? Or do you get your morning text? Good morning, beautiful. Good morning, darling. And it'd be some random dude. And all he doing is, Isaac, I'm not gonna lie. Before I got an iPhone, I had a Droid. And one of the benefits of the Droids is that I'm a tech geek, man. I like tech stuff, man. And you can go in and program your text going out at a certain time to a slew of people.
Right.
I missed that from my Android, but I had to switch over and go the other route. But I remember, doing that, and it was always on time. It was like, whatever. And it went out to maybe like 20 people. It was a certain message. Boom.
Wow.
Wait a minute. I hate those good morning messages from strangers. But all I said, this person is not a stranger. Like you, I'm saying you may have come across this guy or this woman, and they have you in in the rotation. You're not the only one getting that good morning, boo. Good morning, queen. Whatever it is, whatever.
Kendra says poets come through her page show all the time and flirt like crazy. Even numerous poems written for me. They're writing them poems. All right, that's serious. When you start writing a poem, that's almost a proposal, right? From what I'm
like,
hearing.
listen, man, I got to give a man. If a man writes you a poem, and you don't seal the deal, you overlook him, put him in the friend zone, you messed up.
Ralph, the women have walked into the proverbial trap. I got a bone to pick with all the ladies, and the ladies know I love them. I want to see them win. Want to see them be successful in relationships. So if a guy is giving you flattery words, do women not like flattery? Do they not like flowery words? Do they not like, hey, beautiful? Do women just not like that? I just find this stuff to be very confusing. And at the end of the day, of course, I don't have to be in the market. I think, I feel bad for my sons. I feel bad for some young guys. Because what do? Do you approach a woman with a line? Do you try to give a compliment? Do women like compliments? I mean, what is it that women want?
Women like, I'm going to go out on a limb. Regardless of what the Flytrap family says, women do like compliments.
Women like compliments.
But they don't like the obvious. Anybody can walk up to you and say, you're pretty.
Hey, you're so beautiful.
But if a man walks up to you and say, hey, I like the way your toenail is not growing on your left foot. I like the way you
stop it.
Stop it. I like the way you manicured it and made it come back to life. I like that. Could you do that for me? And like I said, if you notice the obvious, then boom, bam, bada zing, you in there. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah. But you can't be too obvious. Like you can't go up to a woman and say, your edges. I like your,
I like your edges.
No, you're like you can't go too deep, man. You got to be able to hold back and say, yeah, as far as you can go, it's like, oh yeah, nice hair. That's as far as you can go. But you start talking about, oh, you don't have no split ends. I like the way, you said what, 4C?
I like your baby hair.
Yeah, your baby hair. Like that's as far as you can go. You can't, you can't go all the way in. You can't go, you can't get no details. You just have to know, hey, I like your hair. And that's about it. Don't go into details right there.
Don't go into
here's a surefire way that regardless of if a man doesn't meet all your preferences, look at this right here. You have, this, we talked about this last week, if your picker is broke. Shout out to Layla by putting that comment in. Like we're going to coin that your picker is broke. Let's say if a man approaches you and says, your tail light is out. I saw you at the gas station and, we left at the same time and he rolls down his window, you roll down yours. Hey, your tail light is out. If you go down, 5 miles, I will follow you, go to, AutoZone and I will help you change that light. That's a good indicator. Tell you where to go to a public place and to meet up, he changed your lights. Like, hey, he didn't just tell you that your light was out. He going to help you, change it or whatever.
Oh. That sounds pessimistic. What somebody just put up.
Men also go after the same women. They want to be the one she chooses. Have bragging rights. I'm not sure about that. Can you elaborate on on that? They go after the same women, because if they go after the same women, is it the same woman that's out there that's always single or what have you, and she's pulling all the men, or the same type of women? So I'm not sure how how to read that statement.
It's really the reverse. And Ralph, we know this statement is really in reverse. 80% of the women want 20% of the men. That's what's at play.
Yeah, like I said, when you put your preferences out there, like that's the number of men out there, and in between my hands are millions and millions of men.
Millions.
And you say, I want a man that's, like one preferences may knock you out the box, and it's just entirely, I want a man that's 6'5". Like that shrinks down, very, very small, because there's, a very limited number of men, past, 6 feet.
Pushing hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, like, and so it drops down drastically or what have you. Say, I want a man with, this, this or that characteristics. He's, goes to church. You see the trend right now. If you go to church right now, this coming Sunday, go to church and count the number of men in there versus the number of women. That number drops down drastically. It's not that he's not spiritual or religious or has a belief system in place. It's just that he may not go to church, or may not go to church on the day that you go to church. But the number, like I said, when you start putting those preferences on there, you limit yourself. Now, I know that some things, there's a difference between preferences and deal breakers. That's one thing, but a preference is not a deal breaker. If you have somebody, abuse, physically, emotionally, abusing you, that would be a deal breaker.
So someone
that does not have a job and not taking care of himself. If he's not in a position to take care of himself, that's a deal breaker. He's not there at that moment.
Right.
That would be a deal breaker. Say, okay, in a year from now, I'm going to come back. If you're doing well, then boom, you can sustain us as a family, whatever. But there's a difference between preferences and deal breakers. So are your preferences deal breakers?
Yeah.
Now, my preferences are not deal breakers. Because if you cook me gravy and it has a few lumps in it, I was like, okay, that was good. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
But that sweet tea better be better. That's all I'm saying.
Ladies, are your preferences deal breakers? Have you made those preferences that they're so ingrained that now they're deal breakers?
I can't see who this is right here, but if he smokes, it's a deal breaker. I agree with deal breakers because I have asthma. If I kiss a woman that's a smoker and she ignites my asthma, it's like, girl, you didn't take my breath away. You just caused my asthma to flare up when we kissed or whatever. That actually happened to me once, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty unattractive.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I may, every now and then I may, go out and hang out at a cigar bar, but cigars are different from cigarettes. Excuse me, Layla. You will address me as Ralphier Rouet. I'm no longer Ralph. I'm going to block you. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and block you, sir. You go ahead and go on to sleep.
Night night.
You ready to go night night, girl? You ready to go night night?
Night night. Go night night, girl.
But are your preferences deal breakers? Can you overlook being somebody dating someone shorter than you? Can you overlook someone making less than you? Can you overlook someone with bad skin? Can you overlook like I said, can you overlook those preferences and say, oh, you know what? Because like I said, look at it like this. I'm 49 years old.
Yeah.
I was talking to you about this earlier today.
Yeah, we had this conversation. Yeah. Go ahead, break it down.
I'm 49 years old. I just turned 49 last month. And so with that being said,
wait, hold, pause. Kendra, you ain't but 4'11". I mean, how tall does he have to be? If he's 5'5", y'all are good. Yeah, that's Kendra. Kendra put not the height. I mean, a 5'5" guy will tower over you, Kendra.
I'm saying if he's tall, no matter what, if he's taller than you, you're like, okay, and let's say if I got to the point I'm not gonna have any more kids, doesn't matter. I'm not gonna have no tall kids.
Right.
Yeah. So you're not gonna put any more kids. Like, listen, can you write it out? But what we was talking about earlier, Flytrap family was like, I'm 49, and
yeah,
in 10 years I'll be 60. Can you imagine like what age would you be in 10 years? And in 10 years, can you see yourself, on the market talking about, oh, he's my boyfriend, she's my girlfriend? Wow. And so in a sense, you're at a point where you're getting ready to waste 10 years. Can you go, ladies, another 10 years doing a hot girl summer, going, flying off to Jamaica, going to the beach, doing, all girls party and no men around? Can you actually see yourself in the next 10 years, being single? That is the question. Yeah, that's a real question. Like you're in your mid 50s, going on 60, late 40s, whatever, and you're calling the person next to you, this is my boyfriend. This is my girlfriend. And so, we, including myself, I'm going to include myself in this. We have to act with a sense of urgency. If it is your goal to be, if it is your goal to be in a committed relationship and jump from dating to courting, we're Isaac and I, asking the questions like, hey, do your preferences matter? Are they getting in the way? Or, are you one of the ones like, I don't need a man. I'm fine all by myself. And then on top of that, look at it. If you are working right now and you're in your 40s, and you're in your 30s, late 30s, mid 30s, late 30s, 40s and up. How many, and you have this thing in your head saying, I don't need a man. I'm Miss Independent. How many more years do you think you have to work to maintain the lifestyle that you have? Because you can, like, say you hit what, 55, like it start, actually hit 40, late 40s and early 50s, start to go, downhill for a lot of us. What have you? If you're not in one of those executive positions, it's going down. What say you? He said, man. He said,
they
man.
touch it. They touch it and agreeing virtually now. They touch it and agreeing. I believe in prayer.
So the whole thing, I'm reading yours. I'm putting Bever's up there. I just picked yours randomly. I want the right man. It's not about needing one. What is the right man?
Yeah, what's the right man? Is it the perfect man?
Like, in the upstate of, we're, Isaac and I were broadcasting from the upstate of South Carolina. Now there's almost 1 million people in the metro area up here. 1 million people. You mean to tell me that there's only one right man out of that million? Now keep in mind, women outnumber men. So if you put us all in the room, it's like somebody is not going to get picked. And so we're looking for the right man. We're looking for the right woman. Like on my end as a bachelor, that's like, oh man, if I play the numbers, like, okay, the numbers are in my favor because women outnumber men. But on the other end, somebody is not going to get picked. I'm working on myself right now and getting into position for my king. My king is ready to find me. I'll be ready. What does it mean for you working on yourself? Are you a difficult person to get along with? Because that's the way I take it. I'm not sure who made this comment because I'm blind. I'm gonna go ahead and correct this. I promise you by next week Isaac and I will have it corrected. We'll do a test sometime during the week. May do a live broadcast through with the launch this weekend coming up. Yeah. But we're asking the question, what does it mean when you say I'm working on myself? Are you a difficult person to get along with? Do you have an attitude? What does that mean?
The other thing, Ralph, we kind of talk about is, do you have relationship muscle memory? Do you, it's one thing if you spend large amounts of time by yourself. Do you know how to be in a relationship? Do you know how to? It's just a different dynamic. And so I get it. We all should be working on ourselves as individuals, but there is a thing of, do you have that memory of how to interact within a relationship? And I think that's very important.
Yeah, you have to ask that. That's on both sides of the equation. Yeah. Have I gotten over the last person or the person before that? or the person before that,
Wait a
or the
minute.
person before that. Like, you know, you
Like,
have to look at it. You know, look at that person dating. You know, you like that's the hard question we don't want to ask. Like, you know, I saw somebody say, "Do you really want to know the body count?" No, I don't want to know,
no,
but I
no,
don't want to
no,
walk in a
no,
room
no,
where you know
no,
it's like,
no,
"Shoot,
no,
hey,
no, no, no,
I
no,
used to,
no,
I used to be with that. Yeah, that used to be me." And
no,
it's echoed across the room. It's like, oh man, she been with everybody. It's kind of like that song with Drake. If you ask me, I'm ready. What's the name of the song with him and Alicia Keys? You know, by the time I get with someone, you know, then I find out she's been with everybody. It's like, man. But then again, like I said, you know what, is it FOMO, fear of missing out? What are we fearing? What are we fearing when we put up our preferences?
Yeah, Kendra says, I think that's a good comment. When you're working on yourself, it takes time to heal. And I do believe that's important. Get healed up, get ready for, so that when you do interact, you don't bruise or hurt somebody else. Because the saying is true, hurt people and then break them and then expect them to get up from the broken pieces. So I think that's a good comment in terms of take time, make sure you heal up, but don't take too much time because, Ralph and I were joking about this today. The days move so fast. I mean, when we were in our 20s and 30s, it seemed like the day lasted a long time. Now, man, I wake up and then I'm getting off from work, and then it's Friday, and then next thing you know, man, it's time to go to work on Monday. So it
Yeah,
seems
time operates differently as you get older.
as you get older,
So the next 10 years are going, the next 10 years are going to fly by.
it's gonna move quick.
It's going to move real quick. And so what are you doing in the now to change the projectile for the next 10 years?
Mm-hmm.
Are you a serial dater?
Ooh, what is that, Ralph? Serial dater.
Hey, I'm comfortable with dating someone, and when I get tired of him and her, I go on to the next one. But sooner or later, you're going to hit that plateau, and it's like there's nobody else out there because the older guys will be looking for younger women.
I tell you what, Ralph, Layla, she is our resident comedian. She says, I will be married within 10 years, but if not, I'm okay with a life partner.
I just, we talked about that too, man. That was funny when it said that. It's like, I mess around and, God forbid I croak. I know the day is coming, it's coming, but I don't know the exact time and, so forth. And I'm in the funeral home. I already know who's going to take care of the body and everything. And they have my girlfriend or special someone listed as his special friend, XYZ. Or her, I've never been to a funeral where the woman has passed and they listed her special friend on the obituary. Have you ever noticed that?
I haven't, and I just went to a funeral for somebody we both know, and they listed that person as life partner. And the female was listed as a life partner. Yeah.
And it's like, what if I'm dating someone and that happens and I survive? I was like, I don't know if I want her to put, the family put me on the obituary. It's like, that wasn't me. I'm free.
Layla's on a roll. She is on a roll. She says, once I get out of a relationship, I have to have a couple of years to heal. What in the world is going on, Layla? What is happening? You need to come to Marriage 360 and let's speed up that healing process. Sit down with Jackie and myself, get on a Zoom. I don't really think it should take a couple of years to heal up from
not at our age as we're aging. Like, it's like, no. You don't want to mess with my summers. So you got how many more summers we have?
Oh man, you got about 29, maybe 27.
Don't be messing with my summers now.
And you gonna
Beverly
take
says,
2 of them?
I want the name, not special friend.
Yeah.
Going back to the comment earlier, if I'm on someone's obituary, I want them to put we were just kicking it.
We was just kicking it.
we
That's
were
what they
just
said
kicking it.
earlier, right?
We,
Just
we, we
kicking
were
it.
all right. You know, we was all right. We were friends. You know, we good. You know, we good.
Well, how about we were in the friend zone?
It was in the friend. I was in the friend zone, and she got. And while I was caught up in the friend zone, she got hemmed up, and
She got hemmed up.
She got hemmed up.
Oh my
God. Look here. That's what I want. I'm about to text about to text my kids. Like if my special friend, you know, shows up for to help y'all get the situation right, you know, say, hey, they were just kicking it. There was nothing else, just kicking it.
With the song in the
with
background.
The song in the background. We were just kicking it. We were just kicking it. Oh man.
Let's kick it.
Hey, y'all are wild.
Yeah, y'all are something else. Something else.
But that is a question, though. Can you accept rejection? Can you, as a woman, accept rejection? Can you accept, as a woman, being, you know, in the friend zone? Can you chase? Are you willing to chase? Are you willing to overtly flirt? Now, if I don't have on my glasses, I can't see your eyes. You know, flirting with your eyes. I don't know what that means. Like, I know when a woman rolls her eyes, you know, snap her neck or whatever. But as far as the other one, you know, like I don't know, like if she flirt with her eyes, like, yeah, girl, you surprised to see me? Yeah, I'm surprised to see you. You know, like, I don't know what that means, but you know that, you know, they say, you know, you gotta, you know, get off that bench and, you know, be like Grace Jones, like, hey, I want you, you want me, what's up? Oh, so it's like that. All right, then go to the next one. Hey, you want me, I want you. You know, always being active, because man, the next 10 years, can you? I don't know, man. Can you go to I can't see myself going to an all dude party, or but I have seen a lot of women go to a all girls party. I was like, I don't know how that works. Like, you prefer to go to an all girls party and allow that friendship or that camaraderie to substitute, you know, being with the man. Because that's basically what girl groups are. You know, hot girl summer's like, I don't have a man. I'm going to get my girl group together and I'm going to supplement this feeling I need, you know, with my girls group. So what's up with that?
Yeah, that seems to be a female phenomenon. I don't think men are really big on that. Layla says it does for me. I have to travel a lot for 2 years after a breakup. Oh man, that is so funny. That's funny.
I want to date someone. You know, one of my other things on the list, Isaac. She has to like roller coasters.
Oh wow.
Yeah. You know, like I said, I would like to go back to Six Flags or Disney World or whatever one of them places is, and you don't want to go by myself. You know, take somebody's like, okay, I'm not gonna pay all this money to get in, and they don't want to ride roller coasters.
Right.
Yeah. Let me see what's coming. Trust me, we got men. Okay, grammar police. Trust me, we got men. It's just no face, no case kind of situation.
Ralph, check out that next comment. Somebody says Bob.
Battery operated boyfriend. I'm gonna go ahead and do the Tracy Morgan shit. Nope. Back in elementary, we learned that there was a folks tale from West Virginia of John Henry. John Henry against the steam engine, I think.
Steam engine.
And what we learned is that the John Henry dug that tunnel faster and completed the task better than the steam engine.
That's right. Yes, he did.
So that, you know, so you should have learned way back in elementary that, you know, Bob don't Bob can get you only so far. Yeah. But it's, Bob can't grab your hair. Bob can't slap it. Bob can't do all the extras or whatever. That's just me.
And then we know the science behind it. What's the most important part of intimacy?
But you know what?
It's the afterglow.
Bob, you gonna sleep with Bob?
I think that's a new subset of therapy. Women who get attached to Bob.
Back in the 80s, there was a song called Electric Lady. Electric Lady, you are the one. I think there was a Confunction. I don't know.
Yeah,
but anyway,
skate rink music.
And like, hey, I'm just saying, Bob can only get you so far, but there's no sweating.
Wait a minute. Somebody said, shoot, that rose is a game changer. The rose will make you.
Oh, speaking about game changer, we're gonna post it. We're gonna talk about that for a second. Now, when you're using the rose and the Bob and everything like that, you're technically taking away your intimacy from the next man you meet.
Break it down, Ralph.
Yeah, like I said, according to my research department and Uncle Earl, most women do not know how to have an orgasm. When they're with, of course, with the rose, whatever. But when you're with a dude or what have you, I've heard someone tell me that I didn't have an orgasm with my last boyfriend or whatever. In my head, I was like, you MFing lying. Get out of here. You mean to trying to blow my head up or whatever? I was like, you never had an orgasm. So is it the man's fault or is the woman's fault? You're not telling him what you like or don't like.
What say y'all?
I thought somebody said they wanted a man with a slow hand. Bob is Bob like doesn't have nothing. He just
with a tongue on it.
He's just there. But anyway, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about preferences and those preferences getting in the way. And at the end of the day, do those preferences matter?
Ralph, I have to check the data on it.
What's that?
I have to check the data on it. It made me think about
the date on the batteries for Bob.
No, is somebody made the comment, the rose with the tongue on is a game changer. So as you get attached to being with yourself and knowing yourself by yourself, I believe it compromises pair bonding. The whole purpose of sex is to bond. It's to bond, and if you're bonding with you, I think it compromises long term your ability to bond with a man. So let me flip it because we've studied this stuff. We've gotten into it. If a man is with himself, constantly, after a while, his ability to be with a woman gets compromised. Psychological.
So no watching porn or anything like that.
Yeah, if a man continuously watches porn, continuously, is with himself a lot, it affects his ability to peer bond and be intimate with a woman. And I think also the opposite is true. If a woman continues to pleasure herself, her ability to bond with a man can get compromised. I get it. You can have those isolated moments and this and that, or have a schedule. But if that is a continuous mode of operation, if you continue to use Bob, you're gonna have trouble with that man.
Yeah. Well, out of curiosity, I've heard about the rose, but I'm kind of like in the dark or what have you. And like, does it take you a long time? Is it, a short amount of time to arrive at the train station, or is it, is it instant? Or just like, you just know how to get to the point and boom. So that's the question. That if you with Bob or the Rose, you just know how to get to the point and just end it instead of doing 30, 45 minutes, an hour, fall asleep, get back up, do it again.
And Ralph, we know it's all. I always say it's all curable. Kendra makes an interesting comment. It's a process. Some women don't, and some think that it is, but it isn't. One thing I will agree on with Kendra: 90% of sex is in your head. It's all mental. It's all curable. It's all fixable. It's all possible to get to where you need to get to, because 90% is in your head.
So wait a minute. Let me ask this question, ladies. If you have Bob or the Rose, does intimacy and sex, does that matter? Is that high on your list if you have Bob or a Rose? So if one of your preferences is great sex, but you have this toy, does it really matter? At the end of the day, does it really matter? So we have I think Anna put this up. Spent my life not having orgasm with my long-term partner because I didn't want to hurt their feelings. Finally met a man who knew a woman's body out the gate, had multiple orgasms. Bob couldn't even satisfy me anymore. There you go, ladies. John Henry.
So it was, and I would say this,
Anna, don't tell who that man is, because they're gonna steal him away.
So it could have been a curable. We get in Marriage 360, we see people who have, it's not the main issue, but it always filters over to sex. Sex is at play, whether if the core issue is communication, whether it's money, whether it's even if it's infidelity. It could have been cured with the first man. She said something interesting. She said, but she just couldn't talk to that person. She didn't want to hurt their feelings. A lot of this is communication, ladies. Telling that man, being specific with that person that, hey, yeah, this is what pleases me. This is where I like it. This is how I like it. And having those conversations. I get it though. Some men's egos, man, cannot handle it. But for the most part, there's not a man alive that doesn't want to please.
I'm just saying, like in the action of doing something, somebody got to say something like, right there, don't move. A little bit faster, say something, other than, allowing him to arrive and you not saying anything. Like, you can slow it up, slow down, go to the, don't do it like you're in the military or something. Just, throw it out there every now and then and say, okay, I like it when you do it, do this and that. And
here's a novel thought, ladies. Pin him down. How about you pin him down? Just a thought. We teach that in the Marriage 360 sex class. Pin him down. How about pin him down? Just a thought.
Communicate what you
there you go.
What you want. What I want is green beans, mashed potatoes, fried chicken, or it could be meatloaf with mashed potatoes with a dash of garlic, throw it in there with some. But you listen.
Because the whole purpose of sex, Ralph, is the afterglow and pair bonding. That's the whole purpose of it. The whole purpose is the bond. And bonding is good. We all will agree bonding, getting in some bonding situations is good. But remember, the whole purpose of sex is to bond. I think we went off the rails, right?
Just, for those of you who out there in those streets, just make sure that due to, certain rulings, if you're out there in those streets, due to certain rulings, make sure you are, when you're adulting, that you're protecting yourself as an adult. Because, hey, some of us, still, can get something in the oven or whatever, but just make sure that you are you're doing your part. I said, what's it? In the end, a Bob would not ever give you the instant peace. Yeah, man will. They probably end up with the app, and the app would talk to you or something. I can see something like that. I can see something like that happen.
Third app.
The app, electric. If you're using a Bob, if you're using a Bob, you're using a Rose, is that computer love?
Oh wow.
Computer love?
That's a trap. Huh. Interesting around.
So if he's going back to our preferences, at the end of the day, if he's a good communicator, if he's not a good communicator, but treats you well, is that a deal breaker? Remember, the next 10 years, I'm like, man, if you're in your 40s, the next 10 years, like, boy, you can end up being a serial dater, off and on the carousel, wasting your time. I think my post tomorrow, it's going to be like, stop acting as if you're going to live twice.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stop acting like you live twice.
At least in this construct, you only get a chance to marry and be in relations and all that on this side. None of that happens on the other side.
And then if you're dating this person in a transition into court, do you have to do a big wedding? Like you're in your 50s, close to 60, in your late 40s. Do you have to have a big wedding and say, hey, I want all my friends there. I want to spend $15,000, $20,000 or whatever the amount it is for a wedding nowadays? At the end of the day, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
So that's my question as we come to a close of another edition of the Fly Trap Show. Join us next week. Are we going to be available next week? That's the day after the 4th of July.
I would say so. That would be that's that Tuesday.
That Tuesday.
Be good to do something. We'll have a surprise for them. We'll have a surprise.
Well, I'm looking forward to finding a place to go and watch some fireworks. So I want to do something different this weekend. So if you all know of any place where you can see the fireworks, just the festivities or what have you, just being out, hook a brother up, inbox me, put on my page some suggestions, put on the Fly Trap page some suggestions of where a good place. I know, Isaac, you have an announcement regarding an event you have coming up, right?
Yeah. So Baybo 360s, I mean, it's tremendous. We've had a great following. Took some product to Indianapolis this past weekend and did very well. And so we have not really advertised the way we probably should have. Shame on us. So this Friday, we're doing a scent smelling. You can get a chance to give us your nose. If you could, please inbox myself or Jackie if you plan on attending. We're going to try to have some nice champagne, put a little classy barbecue out there. Good friends, good times. We'll have our scents. We maybe even have a cigar section on the back part of our deck. And just something casual. It's not really formal, but we always have good times at the house. So we'd like to invite some of our adult friends to come over and test out our scents. We got about 9 solid scents. We probably could have more than that, but we want to find out which scents are are popular here in the upstate, and help us out. We need your help. We got several, and I'm not going to go through the list of them. You got to come here and see. And so even if you decide to purchase on Friday, we'll have some special rates for that. And so get to check out we have a massage oil. So instead of using that rose, get some massage oil and let that man put his fingers to work, rub your feet, let him rub your feet. So, but if you're interested in attending, we already have a pretty good amount of people coming. If you're interested in attending, please inbox myself or Jackie to come for what we call our scent testing for Baybo 360. It will be this Friday. We'll start up about 6:30, and we'll be just relaxing, hanging out, some good music, good friends, good food.
I had to leave the screen because you threw me an alley, and I had to because I was going to take it to the low road, as the trap or whatever. Yeah.
You talking about the oil, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a customer give me some feedback on one of our items. I'm in the middle of the jump rope challenge, but there's some indulgent things that I like to do or what have you. And so I went to this particular establishment and I got me a caramel frappe. And so I rolled down my window, and the person who was serving me my drink said, "Sir, what is that you're wearing?" And I gave him a card, let him know what I was doing, and say, "Hey, come back tomorrow, and I would like to purchase that, whatever."
Yeah.
Brought it back, gave that employee that denori, and then came back a couple 3 or 4 days later, and she said, "Sir, I want to thank you." And I did not know, I don't know certain terminology with young folks, but she said, I gave it to my husband, and my husband put it on at night, and it became our night cream.
I
was like, night cream? Said, I don't want to be vulgar, but it became our night cream.
Yeah.
I just could not keep myself. I could not keep myself off of him. I was like, well, we only advertise it as a skin balm and body butter, but go to our page and make that comment. We greatly appreciate it. But I'm going to say that the oils and the fragrances that Sir Isaac has are some great ones. He and I have had conversations over the last couple of weeks, and I don't think he and Jackie are done with the various fragrances. And I think the expansion is coming, and so you're only getting a small glimmer of what it's to be. So be on the front line and get that, because ain't nothing like having beautiful skin, wearing a sundress, and smelling good.
It's smelling good.
Yeah. Now that if I'm not mistaken, that's a fly trap, isn't
it? Yeah.
So we'll see everyone on Friday. Looking forward to seeing everyone, meeting everyone. Looking forward to great conversations, some good food, good music, and being around some good people. But I'm looking forward. The holiday weekend is upon us.
Upon us already.
June is gone. So Father's Day, Fathers Matters Month, Black Music Month. Let me see what else. Juneteenth. All that rolled up in one great month. Men's Health Month.
Yep.
Men's Health Month. Yeah. Just to name a few. But with that being said, Isaac, man, I really appreciate you. Look forward to seeing you next week, this weekend, and being on the show next week. We may do something special, but Isaac and I are gonna hammer that out. But if we're not able to do so, just be ready. We got some surprises. With that being said, we'll see you all next week. Peace.